I'm the light. I don't bark but I bite. I go bump in the night. I'm the stars in your eyes. I'm the lord of the flies. More important than Clyde.
Hey there everybody, Moofburger here, back again today, and today I want to talk about a game that was just recently announced. I've got the announcement reveal trailer playing in the background. It's called War of Dragnorox. It's being made by a company called Triune Studios with a release date slated for 2023, I believe. And if you go to their website, you can sign up for the beta. They have a Discord, which I recommend you join. And I just want to cover some of the things that they talked about in this, some of the things that I feel are more interesting or more unique about it. So a lot of what you might see in this is not necessarily the end result. He did say that they were hiding a lot of the good stuff, but that they want to make kind of a nod to the old school hardcore MMOs and RPGs like EverQuest, like Ultima Online. They also want to create a D&D like experience, and one of the more interesting things that they mentioned in this trailer, which I recommend you watch, the link will be in the description, is that they will have staff dungeon masters effectively who can interact with the world while you are playing it. So they can put traps in front of you, they can spawn mobs, they can spawn loot and treasure chests, they can change the layout of dungeons. Seems like a really, really cool idea in theory. You'll obviously have to do a lot of work to hire people with integrity who are not just going to mess with people or maybe go after players or groups that they don't like. They're going to have to police that, but it still sounds like a very, very cool mechanic that I think could add a lot of playability or longevity to the playability of the game, because you never really know what's going to happen next, and you also never really know when they're interacting with the world. And so over time, that will also contribute to servers being different from each other. They seem to be heavily focused on the player-to-player interaction part of the game and the group aspect of the game. So there is not going to be a trading post or an auction house. It's going to be just player-to-player trades, which I just picture people standing outside the Varrock Bank in RuneScape yelling, selling bowstrings, 100 GP each over and over and over again. But who knows exactly how it's going to look. I'm sure there will probably be forums and stuff, Discords, where people will do things like that. It also, they said, it's not going to be geared towards solo play. I hope they do put in some activities that can be done with just yourself or another person that are maybe not so rewarding, but also not so hard, or that are geared for smaller groups, because it can sometimes be hard to find a group of people to play with that you like playing with in the absence of a controlled matchmaking system. So we'll see how that goes. There's also not an in-game map, which I freaking love. I think that's a very cool mechanic. You're actually going to have to pay attention to where you are, what things look like, where you've been, and how to get from place to place. I think that maps in games have become this thing that people just expect to be there, and they use it as a crutch. And it's also, especially for RPGs and MMOs, it makes the more experienced. It fosters player-to-player interaction between new players and experienced players, because new players have to ask where things are, or hey, can you take me to this place or whatever, lead me here. And if you have a good community, then that will foster more people to join the game and stay playing the game. They said that day one there's going to be 19 end game raids, which could be really awesome. I don't know what their definition of raids is. You know, when I look at games like Outriders, yeah, that had 15 expeditions or raids or whatever you want to call them. So hopefully when they say raids, they mean raids. Hopefully that it's not something, you know, hopefully it'll take us a while to do, but that's the goal. He also highlighted the lead developer, I believe, who's talking in this video, highlighted that gear, there will be gear, high-level gear that is, first off, it's going to be hard to obtain. He said it would probably take you years to get full Mac best in slot for all your gear, and that some pieces of gear may only drop once on a server. Some items may never drop on a server. So if there is a plethora of items in the game, then I think that could be a very cool system. And also a plethora of effects and attributes and things like that. So we'll see how that goes. It seems like a pretty big aspiration, but I feel like, you know, we're in 2021 and people could totally do that. So more power to them. I hope they succeed. They also said that, you know, they like gear. And so if you have, you know, for instance, best in slot gear at max level, you will be 3 or 4 or 5 times more powerful than another character who's at max level but does not have the best gear. There's going to be no level skipping or paying to skip levels, no microtransactions, no cosmetic microtransactions, none of that stuff. I don't recall if he included DLC in that in terms of like expansions and stuff, so we'll see about that. But I mean, you know, I'm okay with paying for DLC as long as you're actually getting content and not cosmetics or just other bullcrap. As far as the premise of the game goes, there's an evil some guy called Dragnorox who brought magic into the world, and people are trying to fight against that. So you can't actually use magic. There is something that kind of looks like looks like a summoner class, but beyond that, you can use magic items. There's potions and poisons and things like that, but you can't actually like cast a lightning bolt at someone. Which is it's refreshing, because magic is so ubiquitous in fantasy worlds now that it again, like I said, it's refreshing to see one that is gonna take an alternate view on that and also have it be part of the storyline. So all in all, what I see here looks very promising, and I'm excited to play it. I'm excited to see how it evolves. I'm excited to join the beta, definitely, and definitely expect to see more updates about this game. I will cover those here on my channel, Moofburger Gaming. And I think probably one of the better ways to get information about this game is going to be to join their Discord. So you should definitely do that. Check out my Discord. The link should be in the description there as well. And until next time, this is Moofburger signing out, and have a wonderful day.